Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about artist block. So a lot of people experience artist block, and I have personally too, and when I'm talking about this, I'm very much talking from experience and from friends' experiences. Losing motivation when it comes to photography or art in general. You might be a painter or any kind of artist. Artist block is definitely something that every artist experiences in their line of work. No matter how long they've been doing it for, how long they're going to be doing it for, it's always something that is going to be a part of it, and I've been through it many times. My main experience that sticks out the most for me is after school I took a 1.5-year break from photography. This was to get used to life outside of school, and well, after doing a full year of all my HSC projects, which is like high school certificate projects, being based around photography, a whole year of working in photography, it got tiring and I felt like I needed a break. So my first tip would actually be take a break. Now, I'm a massive believer in time can heal anything. It really can. I've experienced that in more ways than one, and that's what I love about time. It fixes everything. But sometimes, especially with me, when I took that break, I wasn't even sure if I was ever going to get back into it. Basically, I took the year break, and then when I was living in Manana about 3 months ago, something like that now, I actually went out on a shoot to a local beach and went in the water and took some photos with my Axis Go and my phone. And I loved it so much, and I knew, I had my passion back. I had it all back, and I had that drive that I had in photography many years ago. And getting back into it, it was a great feeling because I felt like I was getting straight back into it again from the very beginning. And I was talking to my good mate Lorenzo, who his YouTube is Loren Plains, and he's a really good guy. He was basically helping me catch up with all the new photography stuff like that. But that's not the topic today. I just wanted to explain my experience with it and my biggest experience with it. I've experienced artist block in more ways than one. I have experienced it for just a few weeks, for a few months, and over a year. And I'm sure in the future I'm going to experience it more because this is the line of work that I want to do, and artist block affects even the most experienced professionals. If you don't feel like taking a break, I didn't plan to take a break. I thought I was going to be going straight back into it after 2 months, but obviously that's not how it went. So my next tip would be actually just watching videos about photography. Photo shoot videos. If you're a landscape photographer, I recommend a guy called Thomas Heaton. Or even some of my videos. I do on location videos and stuff like that. And I found that those types of videos are so helpful in getting that drive back, and sometimes just watching a simple video can do that. And going on top of that, another way that you can fix artist block actually by looking at other people's work. So maybe looking at people's work from a location that you've been wanting to shoot for a while, at sunrise or sunset or even middle of the day. And looking at those photos, it might give you that drive to want to try and get photos again. And even if you replicate pretty much exactly what that other artist took, at least you're taking photos. I don't like replicating other artists' work. I have done it in the past, and I understand people do that, but like even as something as simple as that can get you back into it and give you that little bit of a drive. It could even just be by pressing a shutter, and that's what it was like for me after I took my break. So meet up with other photographers as well. I kind of cut myself out from the photography world for a while, and I missed a lot, which it happens, and new cameras got released, new technology got released, and it was so exciting to do it all. But talking talking to other photographers, shooting with other photographers, getting their ideas and their eye on the world and seeing how they do their work as well can help with a artist rut. Another way that I recommend you can get out of an artist block is by just going out. No real plan, just going for a walk somewhere you've wanted to see, whether it be just a local park. You know, some of the best locations I've found are literally 200 meters away from your house. I've found new locations just near my house that I never really thought would be good for photography, but some of these photos are some of the best ones I've ever gotten. Yeah, just going out, whatever time, with your camera, it can be inspiring. One of my biggest suggestions for getting out of an artist rut: expanding your niche, trying a new way of taking photos, trying a different type of photography. A couple of years back, I was going through a bit of a landscape, cityscape rut. I wasn't feeling motivated to go out and take photos of cityscape, landscape, which to me now just seems ridiculous. And I met up with a friend and we did an outdoor portrait shoot. I expanded my niche, got experience in a different type of photography, and I enjoyed it. And I did a couple of portrait shoots, and then I really wanted to go out and do some more landscape shoots. So trying a different niche is always a good way of getting out of an artist rut. So another way is by pushing yourself out of your own comfort zone, or trying something that you haven't tried before. Last week, I attempted to film a video at a local pool, not pool, but harbour beach near me. It is technically a pool, but Redleaf Beach. And I've shot there years and years ago. Like, the photos weren't even that good, but I went back there with my polarizer, my 10-stop ND, and it gave me a whole new vision of that pool. I didn't know it was that photogenic until I got there. I got some incredible shots, and mind you, this was at 2 p.m, 1 p.m, something like that. I was shooting there until about 5 p.m, which is almost sunset. And some of the most beautiful photos I got was at 2 p.m, and I don't normally shoot at that time. I was very much pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I was kind of pushing myself out of my comfort zone because I normally shoot at sunrise, sunset, golden hour, twilight, you know, stuff like that. And this was middle of the day, so I was experimenting with harsher light and harsher shadows and busy, lots of people. That's why a neutral density filter is really good in the middle of the day, because you can blur those people out. And there were sometimes 20-second exposures, and it just gave this whole new way of looking at this pool. And pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, or try shooting at a different time of the day, can give you that experience or that drive to get back into it. Even if you're a landscape photographer or cityscape photographer, going out into the streets and doing some street photography or macro photography or astrophotography, stuff like that. I guess landscapes and astro kind of go hand in hand, but trying to get experience in a different niche that you actually haven't done before. And I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been trying street photography quite a bit, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm not very good at it, but it's given me a whole new way of looking at things when it comes to photography, and improve my eye in that way as well. Trying new gear can give you a different experience to what you normally have with photography. I've been shooting on the same DSLR for 6 years, the Nikon D3300, and even though it is a really old camera, it's been really, really good to me. I actually haven't had experience with any other camera, and I think that kind of has given me this numbness to photography in a way that I can't really understand, because I haven't actually experienced what it's like taking photos on a Canon, Fuji, Sony, stuff like that, which is exactly what I want to try doing soon as well. So just trying new gear might give you that extra bit of interest. And I love gear. I love gear. I love talking about cameras. I love making videos about cameras. I don't do it that much, but the main thing with artist block is give yourself time to understand that photography and art is a tough industry. It really is tough, and I've been in it for 6 years. I started when I was 13, so maybe I haven't been in the industry for 6 years. I haven't really understood the industry for 6 years, but in the last year, in the last 4 months, I very much dived headfirst into the industry. In these 4 months, I have experience working with clients. I have experience selling prints. I've experienced disappointment. I have been through disappointment many times in landscape photography. There's a video about that as well. I'll drop the link in the description. You gotta give yourself the credit. You're not alone. Everyone goes through this. It's all part of it. Photography, disappointment, and artist block. It's always gonna be a part of this business. When you go into photography, it's a part of it. You can't get around it. And the thing is, sometimes the best thing you can do, the only thing I could do, was taking a break. And after I took my break, I noticed that when I got back into it, I hadn't done it for a year and a half, but I was better than I ever was. And that break is sometimes the thing that you need just to extinguish your old eye and bring in a new one. My eye for photography has matured, I guess you could say, in the year and a half. I mean, it's changed from my own personal experiences that I've had since I took that break, and because of that, I am so beyond glad that I took that break, because I wouldn't be photographing the way I photograph now if I didn't. I would still be shooting the way that I shot a year and a half ago, which was going with the trends of Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, stuff like that. But I have very much developed my own niche, my own style of photography that I love so much, and I doubt that I would have that if I didn't take a break. Give yourself time, give yourself credit. Don't think that everything will fix like that. Sometimes these other tips don't work. It might be because you need to take a break, and that's okay. Taking a break is so normal. It's fine to give yourself time, and you may find when you get back to it, you're even more in love with it than you were before you took a break. Anyway, I think I'm gonna finish this video up here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you learn different ways that you can help yourself with artist block and getting yourself out of that rut. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.